Oh my goodness, last minute rush, here we come. So guys, I'm so much late. I'm heading to my house to take a little quick shower, and so that I can do whatever is supposed to be done within the shortest time frame that I have. I'm from the royal farm just behind me, and I won't speak about a lot of things right now because I need to do real quick so that I can catch up with time. So guys, let's meet in the next 1 second. At this moment, I was starving. I had to stop by a local restaurant to grab some lunch. I couldn't film the whole thing, but at this moment I was done and I was taking some water. At this moment, I knew that a fraction of all I've always desired was manifesting itself. I was so excited for what was about to happen, even though it wasn't evident on my face, due to the fear of not knowing what exactly I was to expect on the other side, to which I considered unknown, and I was eager to face it with my chest. I have never insisted so intensely on some things, especially those which seem to be taking so long to happen, because to be honest, sometimes I can't be patient enough, and that is one of my weaknesses. But for traveling, I've never lost hope that one day I'm gonna find a chance to do that. And this was the day, and it was a special moment of my life. I had a very short notice on today's travel, and within that short period of time, anxiety took the better part of me. I started to create imaginary pictures in my mind on how amazing the journey was going to be, and I packed my bags so early because I surely knew it was a precious opportunity to marvel at. I've always wanted to be a traveler, even before the content creation issue came to life on my side, because I've always felt like there is a part of me which hasn't seen the world. Additionally, I love to explore places and people, and that was the main goal. And when I decided to venture into content creation full-time, I surely knew that I now have a chance to take my hobby and my desires to another practical level, and that was traveling, as I share with the world every step that I make in the journey of traveling. Everything didn't happen exactly as I thought it would, because traveling, especially if you are a content creator, needs certain things in place. and first was to be able to own a good vlogging camera, which has been way above my financial capabilities because it's expensive. And another important thing was to be able to get a passport, which unfortunately I still do not have. And on this particular trip, everything seemed to flow smoothly without breaks. I didn't know it could be this easy. I had to travel out of Kenya, but obviously I was to have a passport. So guys, this is the very first stop of this journey. I do not want to just record randomly because I do not want to invade other people's privacy, but it's the first stop, and I did show you when exactly I boarded this vehicle because I was so much in a rush, and it's been like over 30 minutes, and I'm so much excited and nervous at the same time. I'm not sure how it's gonna be because it's my first time and I was also in a rush plus everything, but I've always known that I'm so much good when it comes to timekeeping, but this time I'm just like out. Anyway, let's check around with the video till the end, and kindly subscribe if you haven't, like the video and leave a comment. So I know all of you are so much excited to know the final destination, even me as well, because I've never been there before. So let's check around, and here we're gonna miss the big reveal. Obviously, I couldn't travel without a passport, and luckily enough, I was able to get a temporary passport, which goes for $10 and has a validity of 1 year. It states that the owner doesn't have a possession of a valid passport, and you are permitted to travel to East Africa and South Sudan. I can see I've already given you an hint, so you guys already know I was going to one of the East African countries because what I had was a temporary passport and not a valid passport. Anyway, I was so much excited because the process of acquiring the temporary passport didn't even last 2 hours, so long as you've submitted your national identity card, in this case a Kenyan one because I'm a Kenyan. I was so much excited. And about this trip, everything just happened miraculously, from acquiring the passport to traveling and even accommodation. You know what? A friend offered to sponsor the whole trip. After several discussions and always asking questions if really I'll ever get a chance to travel. And one day he called and told me, "I'm paying your whole trip to such a country. Go and have your first travel experience outside Kenya." Believe me, I was over the moon. I even had to confirm if he was lying or serious, but it turned out to be true. If you're watching, thank you so much for sponsoring this trip. It was such an amazing one, and it really motivated me, and I'm looking forward to do more of travels. I really know and I believe and I feel in my spirit that this one gonna open ways for me to travel in a lot of countries, both in Africa and outside of Africa. Though it was a short one, but believe me, it was worth it. There's only one thing which failed me, but at least it was manageable. I didn't have a camera, and for that reason, I couldn't vlog every part of the journey, because in some places, you can't be confident enough to hold your phone when you're walking or when you're traveling. But at least I have a good phone camera, which enabled me to capture some of the things. I cannot really fail to share with you the beautiful sceneries which I was able to see through the windows. There was a gentle breeze rustled through the trees, making them sway proudly and slowly, whispering through the leaves, composing a harmonious symphony of nature's beauty. The lush greenery, the landscape, the warmth of the sunlight through the bird's window, everything seemed so coherent. At this point, I was already in a new country, though a lot of hours was still left for us to enter the city which we were heading to. It seemed a little bit different because I started to notice differences in a lot of things. There were thatched houses, the kind of roofing and how the houses were built. That really amazes me. The city we were heading to is a port city on the shore of Lake Victoria. The city is known for the unusual rock formation, and that is really beautiful and breathtaking. I couldn't stop looking through the window because the scenery was so much breathtaking. It's something I've always wanted to see. Everything was just like a work of art. The hills were beautiful and the stones seated perfectly on them. You could imagine they can fall in the next minute, but they seemed to be so much strong. And I really love how people in this place were so much confident and they trusted nature to an extent that they ended up building houses at the feet of the mountain with a lot of stones accumulated on top, which seemed to be falling in the next minute, but the trust was so strong. We are supposed to trust nature, I see. Hello guys, my final destination. Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful. Have a look at that. I'm just gonna give you a 360. That's it. So this is my final destination. I'm so much happy to be here. It took me like 4 hours 30 minutes actually to be here. It was a comfortable journey. I cannot really complain, and it's my very first time I'm traveling and I'm not feeling nausea. Oh, I can't even explain. So guys, let me find exactly what is supposed to be done, because we've just arrived with my friend who is not even comfortable speaking on the camera, but I know by tomorrow everything is going to be okay. Then I'm going to let you know everything, but I'm so much excited to be here. Let's see each other in tomorrow's vlog. So guys, this is the exciting moment of my life. I've always wanted to be a traveler, and this trip I really didn't plan for it. It was just like kind of a miracle, because a friend offered to accommodate me, like sponsor the whole trip from Kenya up to here. I'm so much excited for that. I've always wanted to be a traveler, but I knew, or I feel in my spirit, that this is gonna happen ways for big things, for me to travel to different kind of places. And even a passport, I still do not have a passport. But if you're coming to Tanzania, There is a temporary passport whereby you you pay around $10 and then they let you in, which is valid for 1 year. You can travel to other East African countries and South Sudan too. So that is what I had to take for now, because I don't have a passport still, and for the camera too, because there were a lot of things which were so much beautiful along the way from Kenya up to Tanzania, and I couldn't film everything because it's really so much hard to film with a phone. So the next thing that I'm supposed to work on is a camera, a GoPro camera at least, because it's portable and it really makes work easier for you to travel around and vlog at the same time. Yeah, the journey was so much good. I've always wanted to do this, like even before I created my channel, I've always wanted to travel. I've always felt like there is part of me which hasn't seen the world and I should give it a chance. So that is what I've been working on, and today was a fateful day. I'm so much grateful for today, and I'm looking forward to big things. I know God will put everything in place and everything will just work in my favor. Yeah, so I have faith, and it was just like I won't stay here for a very long time, because right now, even the other time I said in one of my videos I didn't get my February pay, so I'm still not financially stable enough. So but this was a very good getaway for me, because I felt like at least I've changed the environment and I'm loving every bit of whatever is happening right now. Yeah, so it was a smooth journey, guys, and I was so much excited than any other person to at least travel out of Kenya for the first time. I've been to the border town, that is Sirare, but it doesn't feel the same as being right in Tanzania, because this is now the core of Tanzania. If you move, like it's now Tanzania, like fully Tanzania, and I love every bit of it right now, and everything's just amazing, guys. So yeah.